Okay, so let's get started. Thank you very much. The purpose of this talk and this workshop is to share with you some of the experiences we have had at the Uni Autónoma Nuevo León using the flipped classroom in EFL classes. So basically what I'm doing is sharing with you our research project, the results, the analysis, and challenges that we have. And some ideas that you can get that have been really useful in our case, in our context, and I think you're going to find it interesting. So let's see. First of all, as I told you, why flipped classroom? Why? First of all, because it represents innovation. It's something that has been going on in different fields, not just EFL. Basically, regular classes, content classes in native language. And now it's moving towards EFL and ESL. And there are just like the baby steps in EFL and ESL. So before I continue, wait a minute. I'm going to give you, can you share please? Share this, share. I'm going to give you this. Can you share, please? Can you share, just share, yeah, you share it. Yeah, yeah. And use the yeah, just get one part. For example, you get this portion.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, get one portion, just one portion. Yeah, just get one, get one. Just the same color. Keep one color, just share. So what you're gonna do there is just take notes, okay? On each one, take interesting notes, because at the end we're gonna do something with those notes, okay? So try to write one note or one fact or something that you find interesting per paper. Yeah, got it? So as I was telling you that the flipped classroom started in content classes in the United States, and now we're making experiments and trying to find out the usefulness of this methodology in EFL and ESL. And it represents innovation because it's related to the student's profile, the new profile. We know that students have more access to technology, we know that. So the students are different. They don't expect traditional classes because they get bored, and we usually have discipline problems because we follow the same model all the time, like follow the textbook or just complete the program as is directed. But we can do several things, even though it doesn't matter the textbook you're using or the program, you can implement this methodology and make combinations. Okay. So basically what we're doing is that the flipped classroom has two things to think about. First of all, the way we handle assignments in the classroom and at home. And second, how can we make the most of the class time. Okay? So I'm gonna show you two short videos about the flipped classroom so we can understand what it is instead of like telling you.
The flipped classroom is a new method of teaching. Just deliver the exact same. Millions of students sit over the exact same homework, trying to figure out how to solve it. The flipped classroom is turning this upside down. Traditionally, students listen to lectures and take tests in class, and read textbooks and work on problem sets at home. In flipped teaching, students first study the topic by themselves, typically using video lessons on YouTube, and then apply the knowledge by solving problems and doing practical work in class. Modern schools who flipped their classroom report many benefits. One, it allows all students to learn at their own pace, as videos can be watched again. Two, it's more efficient as students enter the classroom prepared to contribute. 3, it enriches the classroom as more time can be spent on group work and projects. 4, doing homework in class allows students to help each other, which benefits both the advanced and less advanced learners. Flipping also brings changes for teachers. Traditionally, teachers engage most with the confident students who ask questions. Flipping allows teachers to target the students who really need help instead of just those who are confident. Also, instead of instructing from the front, teachers guide on the side. This allows them to work more closely with individuals or small groups. Teachers that are not great presenters can use third-party videos to explain the concept and focus on methods of teaching that suit their style, such as project work or experiments. Once video lectures are made available online, teachers don't need to give the same lecture over and over again. Again, they gain more time to focus on the needs of their class. Many scholars also argue that the flipped classroom model promotes equal learning opportunities, as all kids get the same attention when doing their homework. Currently, kids with caring parents, older siblings at home, or expensive private tutors have a clear advantage over those who don't. Let us know what you think. If you were a teacher, tell us if this model will be possible in your classroom. If you were a student, let us know if you would prefer learning in a flipped classroom.
Right, that's the theory. Let's go back to the presentation. Right there. Okay. So let me show you the experiment that we are carrying out right now. The experiment is being used in the school. They're undergraduate students, they're bachelor students, they're young teenagers, let's say 17, 18 years old, and they have a traditional program, book, resources, as you know. And we know that teaching right now is mainly lectures about the grammar, present perfect, present progressive, which is explain, and then after that we answer the textbook or the workbook. That's the normal structure. And so what we're doing right now is to flip the classroom as a strategy, as a methodology, to check if it's feasible, the potential, if it has benefits, to what extent we see the benefits, and our students experience those benefits, okay? So that's what we're doing right now. So before I explain what we do, we're gonna do it here, yeah? So you can feel how they feel, okay? So let's start. First of all, I'm gonna divide the group. Let's pretend it's Friday, okay? It's Friday. So we're gonna start classes and new units next week. We have classes every day. It's a 1 hour class. Yeah. And I'll see you Friday, and we'll get ready for the next units. So what I'm gonna do on Friday is to tell them what's coming, what's the next units. So I focus on grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. So you have homework. You get in teams. Sometimes I make the team, sometimes they choose their teams. Usually I have teams that are 5 members per team, and there are 6 teams, more or less. Okay, so I'm gonna divide the group into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams here, and I'm gonna assign something to you. Okay, so pretend it's Friday, and this is your homework as a team. Can you make groups of 3, please? Groups of 3. Can you share a team? 1, 2, 3. Yes. And this is for you. 1, 2. Can you come here? 3. So you got an assignment. Okay? Your homework is not to check the textbook. Your homework is to find out something online that responds to your assignment. For example, if it's present perfect, find out information about present perfect. Your team is going to give an oral presentation for 10 minutes, only 10 minutes. Okay? So you have something there. Prepare something for 10 minutes. Go ahead. Yeah, you're going to do it. Pretend you're students.
In present perfect?
No, what you have there.
Whatever I have. Okay.
Yeah, whatever you have. Remember, it's just 10 minutes. Now, you're not using your computer, but pretend that you're using your computer, you're finding information, and you're sharing this with us. Okay? Okay? And you're working together, and you find something online, and you bring it, you share it.
Okay.
Pretend.
So,
All together, all together. So you find probably a little information about the areas there are, and you bring it like a Google image or something you found there, an explanation, something brief for 10 minutes. So in this case, you can use the board, pretending that it's something online. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Ready? Almost ready? So pretend now it's Monday. So teams come to the front and they have 10 minutes to present. So they're going to explain to their classmates what they have. Team number 1, please, it's Monday. And we're gonna have, it's an hour, it's just 3 teams. And if you count, it's 30 minutes, and the rest of the time, the teacher gives feedback. Okay. Go ahead. So everybody has the same thing on Monday, the same grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. You can use the board or whatever, yeah.
Okay. Okay, good morning, everyone. What we found is that we're going to talk about there is and there are, and there is and there are. And we use these to refer the countable and uncountable nouns. And there is for a singular. Is it okay to check?
Yeah, go ahead,
And
yes.
there are for plural nouns. For example, if we're talking about the things that we have into our room, there is a chair. There is a chair in my room, and there are two beds in my room. As you see, this is singular and this is plural.
Very good. Go ahead. The next one, the next part. Very good.
And for example, we can use some vocabulary, which is the bookcase.
You are students, remember, you are students.
So with this vocabulary, we can, for example, choose where are you going to use there is or there are. For example, there is a fridge. One, two, there is a fridge. Number one.
Help.
Or yeah, we could, for example, if there are more than one, there is more than one lamp, so it will be the number 2. Like there are some lamps, or there are 3 lamps in my room. Dishwasher, usually we have one, so we can say there is dishwasher, and also we can use something negative because maybe you haven't got a dishwasher at home, so you can say there isn't a dishwasher. So we can also include the negative part of this piece of grammar.
Okay.
So the last part is pronunciation, and we have these that is schwa plus r sounds that we can use with this vocabulary. For example, the topic is furniture, but we should not pronounce furniture, so we say furniture. schwa sound and the R cook, or it depends.
Shower.
Or in, I mean, bridge.
Mhm.
Or, yeah. So
No, not that
that's-
one.
But yeah, we have a lot of examples that we can use.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. And you see what happens? They pay more attention because it's not the teacher, it's somebody else. Obviously, they're making mistakes when they talk. It's level 1, level 2. Doesn't matter. It's just the fluency and their confidence. Team 2, ready? Remember, you're students. And at the beginning of the class, they usually come and they ask, how do I say this? Is this right? How do I pronounce it? So they come and ask you a lot of questions before their presentation.
The same as team 1, grammar there is and there are. It could be singular noun or plural noun, and it can be countable or uncountable. When there is countable, there is a chair in a classroom. It's talking about a specific chair, okay? And when it's uncountable, there's milk on the fridge. It's not talking about a specific or one milk or two milks, okay? So it can be negative and positive. We can use contractions too in the there is and there are, like there's or are, there aren't, okay? And
That's it.
For example, we can use some furniture like a lamp, and also we can use this sentence as a question. Is there any lamp? Or also, as my parents say, we can use it. With a contraction.
That's it. Very good. Next.
Okay. Okay, so in negative form, it goes like in the to be verb in negative form. For example, there is not any chocolate left. So with that, we indicate there no, in this context, there's no more chocolate that exists in that particular moment or that particular place. Okay?
And the pronunciation?
the pronunciation is
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we have the pronunciation part is the schwa R. So the schwa R is an R control vowel. This strange sound is created the same way as the R sound. So therefore, what's the same? We have two options to pronounce it. So the first option is to raise the back of the tongue so that the size of the tongue touches the back teeth, like R. And the other option is to curl the tip of the tongue, the same in the bridge of the mouth, and when the air goes through, create the same sound, R, like teacher or her.
Very cool. Yes. Now, you see it's the same class is the same topic in the same day. Now, the third group is gonna repeat the same. Go ahead, you're number 3, group number 3. Did you notice any difference between team 1 and team 2? See? Details, different details. And we're not saying one is good, one is bad. They're just giving more information. Everybody's like learning even more, even more.
You have to repeat the same explanation like 3 times.
Yeah, on Monday. And then on Tuesday, the other 3 teams, the same. So they have, even though they have the same topic, the presentations are completely different. And they're reinforcing.
Now they do the research in the classroom.
No.
And
Because,
how about if one doesn't do it?
okay, we get ready on Friday because of the evaluation. They have an evaluation and the oral presentation counts. So they're just remember there are 3 teams on Monday, 3 teams on Tuesday. It takes about 30 minutes. And the rest of the hour it's feedback and questions. And when they get ready, because it's online, so they bring PowerPoint presentations, they bring things. I'm gonna give you samples in a minute. Real samples. Go ahead.
So it doesn't have to be the same.
Go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we found out in many words that are related to the furniture, including the word furniture, that use the schwa sound. They are. And we found these words. Okay, let's repeat it all together. It's dishwasher. Dishwasher. Washer. Curtains. Armchair. Shower. Mirror. Heater. Drawers. So we found these words, and now definitely going to show you the interaction.
Yes, I'm going to ask you some questions about these furnitures. I assume you have some of the things. How many dishwashers there are?
There is one dishwasher.
Well, there is one dishwasher. What about armchairs?
There are.
2
Okay, showers? Mirrors?
You have 2 showers in your house?
Okay, it's rich.
Anybody else who has 2 washers? 2 showers, sorry?
He's rich too. Wow, he's rich. Real rich. I'm sorry.
Use them at the same time?
Good.
And also when we say in sentence, we say there is a dishwasher in the kitchen, for example. Or in negative, we say there is not or there isn't any washer at home, for example. That is in that case. Okay, or we can say there are some mirrors at home, or there aren't, yes, in negative, any heaters at home. Okay, can you tell me an example about use? Can you use there is, there are, or there isn't, there aren't?
There
About that dishwasher.
isn't a dishwasher at home.
Okay, what about you, shower? Okay, lower?
There are some drawers.
Okay, thank you. 13,
There are many curtains.
okay. Washer?
There is a washer.
Okay, and here?
There is a heater.
Very good. Yes. So this is what happens in the classroom. This is real. And they look at me. They're asking for if it's true, if it's right, the pronunciation, the explanation. So I'm here just helping before they present or during the presentation if they ask, or if I see something is not it's wrong, I just take part. Yeah. Now let me show you some real samples. Wait. These are real samples of the students. This is the vocabulary. They bring activities, not just the vocabulary, like to match. Yeah, this is real. Wait.
How old are the persons that are
17, 18.
17, 18?
They're beginners.
And how about adults?
Yeah, well,
Does it work?
yes,
Okay.
yes, with adults.
Because usually
Yes.
they say, just because I have a lot of work and.
No, but they have fun preparing it.
Okay.
They have fun. You're going to see the comments at the end, because they're looking for information, like they're interested in finding out about what you told them. Find out about, for example, symptoms. Oh, in English. So they bring something that you don't expect, usually, yeah. EFL students. They take like 1 hour a day, from Monday to Friday. Okay, let me show you another one. This is a real presentation of the students. Yeah. It's how many, how often, how long, how well. This is a real presentation. This one, it's vocabulary, and they explain. They bring cards, and they pretend like they're teachers, but they're not. And this one, it's a video about the weather. And they brought this video. They had, for me, it was surprising. I didn't expect the video about the weather. And they're adults. Well,
check out the weather, what's it like outside? Check out the ground, check out the sky. What word would you use to describe what you see? What is the temperature, how many degrees? Is it sunny when you look outside? S-U-N-N-Y. Is it cloudy when you look outside? C-L-O-U-D-Y. Is it rainy when you look outside? R-A-I-N-Y. Check out the...
well, it's just a sample, but it's 2 minutes, less than 3 minutes. Yeah, because they know they have 10 minutes. And then, let me show you. Okay, so that would be Monday and Tuesday, right? Then what happens on Wednesday? On Wednesday, we have the functions. They're assigned a function from the same units. So they have to role play the function or present a project about the function. You have the function, right? Yeah. So it's Wednesday. Now it's Wednesday. Everybody presented grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation Monday and Tuesday. Okay? We haven't opened the textbook. Okay? Go ahead. Team 3. Now, on Wednesday, you present your projects in less than 10 minutes. All the teams. Okay? 5 minutes, 3 minutes, projects. So this is when it's Wednesday. Well, tell them the function.
Don't tell them or do tell them?
Let me see. The function is yours. Yours is a project. Wait.
We're the project.
You're the project. Yeah, you're right. You're the function. Yeah, you're on Thursday. You're on Thursday. So remember, it's the same units. It's Wednesday. Yeah. Yes. Wednesday. Yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah, it's real. Yeah. Remember, it's just no more than 5 minutes, okay? Something short.
Yes, we found some, the topic is asking for the directions. We found out previously, the other day, we found out questions that we can use for asking directions, like, is there, is there something, where is a certain place, can you tell me how to get to a certain place, etc. We also found phrases that we can use for the other person, because we can make a role play. The other person would be using like, turn right, go straight ahead, go down the street, go up the street, etc. And also we have some vocabulary that we can be asking for, like restaurants, cafes, stores, banks, malls, gas stations, etc.
Our idea is to put the phrases and then to put the questions on one side and to practice, are there any or is there and then do a role play,
What?
like my partner said,
Mhm.
to practice that activity.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
You have it? Okay.
We thought about different ideas, and one that came up to our minds was that nowadays not many people ask for directions person because they use Google Maps. But what would happen if you went to another country where
Yes.
you don't have access to internet with Facebook?
Yes, sure.
So in that case, you will need to use
Right.
these kind of questions. So the situation that we thought was about a tourist who goes to Russia to the World Cup, and he
You're gonna do it? You're gonna do it? Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Well, we're planning to put posters outside, like
Okay.
maybe we would put in the library, stadium,
Got it.
Lisinski, and then put restaurants on different places, and they have to go and look for the places
Got it.
and ask, oh, is there a restaurant near here?
Yes.
They have to go look and give directions.
Okay,
That was the plan.
okay. So the idea is, yeah, you can do that, but what if they cannot go outside?
Well, we can put a map here.
Okay, and
And
then
then they can do the role play.
Got it, okay? Something simple.
Well, we were Russia.
Yeah, in Russia. Main Street.
And then you will get the pyramid Main Street.
First Street and Second Street.
And first and
Okay,
second,
okay.
probably.
Okay, do it. Like, do one example with somebody else. Yeah, with someone else. Yeah, small dial. Excuse me, where's?
For instance, I'm a tourist and I'm at the restaurant and, oh no, I'm at the store and I want to go to the stadium.
The Russian girl, the Russian girl.
Excuse me, can you tell me where is the stadium?
Of course, my friend. Where are you from?
Mexico.
Huh?
Oh, you want to go to the stadium?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go straight Chalinsky Street.
Okay.
You're going to pass the park on your left, and then just you're going to pass First Street, and on your left you will find the stadium. How about if you? Huh?
In front of the park?
No, it's not in front of the. It's across from the hotel. Are you sure? You repeat it to me.
Okay, let me see if I got that right.
Okay.
I leave the store, I walk to Cheganski Street, I go 2nd Street, 3rd Street, and in front of the hotel.
Yes, that's across from the hotel. Okay?
Very good, very good. That's Wednesday, okay? Thank you very much, Wednesday. Now, Thursday, now the projects. So these students come to the front and role play, something simple, right? Okay. Okay?
Our project is to design a little poster so we can give you a tour in our city of Monterrey. So I'm going to be drawing some things while we get acquainted with the vocabulary. So this is downtown. This is a poster that we're supposed to draw, right? These are the waterfalls, Cola de Caballo. Okay, then we have Los Cabazos. It's a place where you can eat. We have here like chicken. Returning back to Monterrey for the visit. The Santa Lucia boat trail. What?
Trip.
And finishing at El Cabrito, of course, which is our traditional dinner.
Let's go, let's go.
And then we have, it's supposed to be like un cabrito.
Yeah.
And this is like goat, right? Cabrito is our traditional dinner in Monterrey. Downtown we have Macro Plaza, this is where all the museums are. And well, we can introduce waterfalls, restaurants, homemade food. And downtown Macro Plaza, arts and crafts. Maybe souvenirs.
Okay.
She can give you a little bit of talking.
So our tour starts at 8 a.m. and we are going to walk around the Macro Plaza. So we're going to start here in the center of the city. Okay? And if you want, you can buy arts and crafts and souvenirs for your family. Okay, then we will leave here at 9 o'clock to go to the Cola de Caballo to begin our tour. After that, when we get there, we will go on a hiking tour from 10 to 12. Okay? And then after that, we will go to Los Cabazos to have lunch.
Los Cabazos, and we'll stay in the area a few minutes.
Yeah,
For some shopping. Now there's no time. And after that, we come back to Monterrey and for a visit to the museums in the area of Macro Plaza. And finishing up with the Santa Lucia, sorry.
Yeah.
And finish up with dinner at the
Very good. Okay. Now, yeah, that was excellent. Now, let's go back. So let me show you what we do. Class 1, as I told you, on Friday, 3 teams present vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation, 10 minutes each. The teacher is there just to provide feedback and offer help if they want to. It's day 1, day 2 in the textbook. In class 4, it's reading and writing. This one, textbook, reading and writing sections. So day 1, day 2, day 3, they're talking a lot, and on Thursday they just read and write. Yeah, individually
In the classroom.
in the classroom. From the textbook and the workbook. The whole hour. They read and write, read and write. And you're there to provide help and, if they have questions on vocabulary, but usually they don't have a lot of questions because they already practice a lot on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yep. Yep. And then, show you. Class 5, which is Friday, we continue with the rest of the textbook and workbook activities. Okay? So the first one is grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation. Day 2, the same thing. Day 3, focus on functions through role plays or project presentation. Class 4, reading and writing individually. But this one is very interesting, class 5, because they answer the textbook with the help of the teacher. In some of the exercises you have to play, like probably they have a listening exercise with the teacher or a pronunciation exercise with the teacher. The rest of the grammar exercises and vocabulary, they do it in teams. Yep. So, yep.
Have you ever assigned other skills, not only grammar?
Like to assign listening, for example?
Listening or reading?
No, because let's say that your focus or your purpose is grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. That's your content. And you develop those through the skills. Because when they're presenting, they're listening to their classmates and they're speaking. They have to read. So it's implied. The focus will be here and here. Like formally, guided. And all the time, my function is to help, to explain, because they have different questions. So I go to their teams and see if they need help. So here, I just promote to answer all together in the language, not in Spanish. And they're beginners, so it's exciting to see how they try to communicate in the language. Okay? And let me show you. So this is a textbook and the workbook. This is a sample, the reading and writing. So that's what we do. Now, the methodology. I wanted to say this. This was implemented in the second semester. They're still beginning, true false beginners. And we focus on a course unit, the projects. So we did it with 5 different teachers did it with their groups, 1 unit. And they consulted online resources. The class was regular. They're undergraduate students, and they answer a semi-structured questionnaire to analyze their experience. And we also compared the test scores from 1 unit to the second unit. Because in the first unit they did it, or in the second unit they did it, and then we compare with the rest of the units in the course. And there was a significant increase in their test scores. Yeah, significant. And let me show you. These are some of the questions in the survey. Look, question number 1. Can you read it, please?
Sure. How much time do you spend preparing your oral presentation as a team? 1 to 2 hours a week.
So it's not that much. Number 2. Okay.
How much time do you speak in class? Traditional classroom, 30 minutes. Big classroom, 2 hours.
We're talking about the whole week, more or less, an average. Number 3. Question number 3.
How much time do you spend working in press? Traditional classroom, 15 minutes. Big classroom, 1 hour.
Because they have 1 day for that. And then the last one. Can you help me?
Yes. To what extent do you think your proficiency in language has improved? A lot, 12.
12 students. 12 students answered. I'm sorry. Somebody?
A lot, 12. Enough, 23. Regular, 8. Little, 3.
This is one group. This is a sample. Yeah. And other questions, for example, when we come to the pronunciation part, I usually suggest things like the dictionaries that they include the symbols and include the sounds so they can look for information there. The grammar, like Google Images, for example, the vocabulary too. What they say is that they have easier access to the terms in pronunciation, and they're more motivated to look for information. And the vocabulary it's more. It's not that it's imposed. They look for words, and probably they know more words than what the textbook is providing. and the grammar, because sometimes it's like, oh, the grammar. But when they try to find out and try to explain it, they just give you simple rules. They explain it in simple words like you. They don't they don't use a lot of vocabulary like jargon, like linguistic jargon. And one of my conclusions is that we as teachers have to change our function, our role. We're not like providers of information anymore, because we're just one more of the ample things that we have online, internet provides. So in the past, we were the only ones, but now we are just part of a list of resources. You know what I mean? And so our role is not to provide information, but to coach, to guide, to facilitate, to structure. And this will help them with the cognitive processes, because at home, they have their knowledge, comprehension, and in class, they apply, they analyze, they make synthesis, and they make their judgments. Okay? The benefits. We have observed that students gain confidence, that they learn more about the topics seen in class, they practice teaching, they improve fluency and pronunciation, they get better grades, they develop the 4 skills. Students provide opportunities for, the methodology provide opportunities for discourse and interaction. They get a deeper understanding of the concepts, because they're the ones who look for the information. I don't give them the information. And students learn how to search for information. And these are the comments that they make. These are real comments, some real comments in Spanish, because the survey is in Spanish, what they say. Yes, yes, obviously. And it's the textbook. I mean, I'm following the textbook, and I finish the unit in the week. My program says 1 unit per week. I do it. On Friday, I'm finished.
Where can I get that information? Can you send it to us? Or?
Yes, I can send it to you. Now, this is our methodology. You have to adapt it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it's a basic idea, and see how it works in your context, because probably I have about 40 students per class, 40 to 45.
Any challenges?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let's see. Challenges is that you have to be very careful with the time. You have to manage the time. Like, it's 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes, or 5 minutes, depending on the day, or the activities. You have to be in control of the time. So I usually have my watch or something, or the phone, so I can control the time. That's the biggest challenge, the time. But right now, so far, I can tell you that, yeah, we can handle it, but you are responsible for the time. The teacher is responsible for the time.
This methodology can be adapted when you have, for example, 1 class a week. For example, I teach on the Saturdays.
Yes, because my focus is that to respect the program, the official program.
Okay.
So from there, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
But you have to respect the program.
Have you tried this methodology with adults?
Yes, that was your question, yes. About now 35 to 40. And I have one student who is 58. Their fluency. It's incredible.
And what about, don't they resort to Spanish when they are working?
There is a time when they don't realize they're not talking in Spanish. They try to talk in Spanish, but you're there to help. That's another challenge. You have to be there. I mean, I'm not here. I'm walking around. Use English. Or how do I say this? I want to say this. Is it right? How do I write it? So there are many questions. It's another challenge, but I don't say it's a challenge. It's our job. Yeah. What else? And let me show you something else, please. I want to show you, where is it? It's not here. It's here. Check this one, please. It's in Portuguese. But yeah, but you can understand it.
2 vezes 1, 2.
2 vezes 2, 4. 2 vezes 3, 6. 2 vezes 4, 8. 2 vezes 5, 10. 2 vezes 6, 12. 2 vezes 7, 14. 2
vezes 8, 16. 2 vezes 9, 18. 2 vezes 10, 20.
Prezado professor, é com satisfação que eu lhe informo. A partir de hoje, a sua escola será moderna. Faremos uma transformação, professor. Vamos instalar novos equipamentos para permitir que a escola possa ser moderna, ou seja, uma escola do futuro. As novas tecnologias podem proporcionar uma educação por excelência. Você não continuará dando aulas com a tabuada antiga, vai poder utilizar ferramentas modernas.
All systems operational. 2 vezes 1, 2.
2 vezes 2, 4. 2 vezes 3, 6. 2 vezes 4, 8. 2 vezes 5, 10. 2 vezes 6, 12. 2 vezes 7, 14. 2 vezes 8, 16. 2 vezes 9, 18. 2 vezes 10, 20.
Okay, so now the last part. Remember the papers that you have with you? You wrote notes? You have your notes, the most important notes? Now, on the other side, write your reflection about your notes. You ready? Yep. Okay, can you share your reflections with us? Ready? Yes. Yeah.
I wrote first like teachers turn into coaches.
Yeah.
And my reflection is like changing the way we do it. Everyone is a winner because students also get more responsible. They should do
Yeah,
it better.
responsibility is shared.
That's one.
You don't know how it feels when you try it, but you feel so comfortable and so confident when you are a teacher because you don't feel like the load here, like you're carrying all the students with you. It feels so different, and it's, in my opinion, it's a little bit more effective. So far, I can say that. Okay. Anything else?
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wrote to like students learn at their own pace, and my reflection is that sometimes we think that every student should follow the same way, and it's not.
It's not right. Anybody else?
Well, I put the first one, different student profiles.
Yeah.
And my reflection, we need to change as teachers. Make technology work for learning. And my reflection, it will make students feel confident and independent.
Independent, yes.
Students first check what they will learn and then do the homework at school. My reflection, student will be motivated to show what they found about the objective, engage in them.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Anybody else? Yes.
Well, the reflection is, what's the role I didn't play as a teacher in the classroom? Because the folks on the classroom is coach mainly, right? And we have to give them a chance to work by themselves and respect their pacing.
For example, vocabulary. They bring so many things. It's more than what I have to teach them, but they're learning. I mean, you cannot stop them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I have two reflections. It's
Yeah.
like when they the students find an application in the real world, they are more prone to resolve it. If they see a problem, they approach as a teamwork.
Yes.
And when it's there is no hierarchy, but it's linear management, we can say. They approach the problem with the different angles using the language.
Yeah.
And the other one is it is important from the psychological point of view. They feel in control of their own learning.
Yes.
So it's like the teacher is not there to telling me what should I learn.
Yes.
I want to learn this one. The teacher is just pointing me where I can find information, but the control of my learning is mine. So I feel that very powerful.
I haven't tried this with children. It would be interesting to see. Yeah. But what I can tell you is what you're saying, that at least with teenagers, discipline problems almost disappeared. We've been trying this for more than a semester.
But still, that's what they think.
Yeah.
Because you have to do your lesson plan.
Yeah.
Okay. They think that they're in control, but really
Yes.
you are in control.
Of course, of course.
Because if you forget, okay, they're going to be in control and you don't do your lesson
Right.
plans and you don't do like the practice or the structure on how to finish in a week,
Yes.
then you get lost.
That's a very good point. I still have my lesson plan.
Yeah.
I still have to evaluate.
Yes.
They have tests. I have a program to follow. Yeah. That's really good comment and good comments. Anything else? Yeah.
My note was about traditional classroom or flipped classroom. And I think it applies perfectly. It's something of the teaching procedure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sometimes we have the technology, but we do not apply a different methodology.
The same.
The result is something the same.
Yeah, exactly. And we tend to control. We don't think that they can do things by themselves. No, they cannot do it. I mean, I have to explain. They depend on me. That's not the final purpose.
In my experience, well, teaching English here for adults, everyone, I mean, they have every skills in the world. And I know they're busy and they work 10 hours a day. They come here, they're burned out.
Yes.
And, but I've done it. I took a class of 50,000 one time. It was in a conference. And I tried it. The thing is that they're not constant. You can still do it, of course. You know, it's not like I'm going to apply it. Perfect. It's great. I did it. But we don't get the same, you know, the missed class. But of course, the concept is excellent. I would definitely try it. It's just in my experience.
Yeah, with adults, the problem is that they work. So even if with traditional methods or flipped, it's gonna be the same. But I think at least you give them more opportunity, like to do something on their own.
They will do research.
Yeah. Yes.
When I was a teacher in the States, I did it, it wasn't, I mean, I was before the flipped classes, but I did a lot with first graders, second graders, the same idea. They can do it. They just need to learn, and if you do it routinely, then they learn and they get it. And if you do it routinely for second, third, fourth, really great, they can do it. Obviously, it's a lower level.
Yeah.
And the vocabulary is much
Yeah,
smaller.
it's limited,
Their
yeah.
presentations are much simpler.
Yeah.
They might do all drawings in the beginning, because they can't write. But it would work.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to give my opinion as an administrator.
Sure.
Because we have the interactive boards, and we have the speakers, and we have the structures, the projectors, the internet, and it does happen. Teachers don't want to use the interactive board at their full extent.
Yes.
They still go back to the board.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's like the video that you put.
Yeah.
Yes, now, also, from one part, let's say your class, when they go to another class and they don't continue with the same
Yes.
methodology,
Yes.
also, it's kind of hard, because then when you get them back again, you have to start again from zero, go back again. Okay, so I think it's also something that it has to go for a whole group as a project.
As a
Maybe
project.
they start in course one, they have to continue with the same method for course 2, for course 3, so you can see the development of the student.
That's why this is a research project,
But it's great.
because you have to follow the generation.
But
And
that generation is going to continue with
yes,
that methodology?
yes,
That's
yes.
fantastic.
Yeah, because it's what you're saying. It's also a very good point. The administration, you're doing something really different, and it affects others, but it's not intentional.
I know.
But you have to think about that. That's why I'm asking you about the reflections. If it's visible, to what extent? Probably one unit, not the whole course, just to see the changes.
Yeah, I think that's why we as teachers need to be trained on how to be a good guide or mentor.
Yes.
Right?
Something you cannot deny is that students are different. And if we continue doing like what we're doing right now, what's going to happen? That's the other parts as an administrator.
But that's what we think about teenagers. I think
Yeah.
that they are prepared because they are used to
Sure,
cell phones,
sure.
and it's easier. Like
Yeah.
for adults, we still, it's going to be a
Probably it
struggle.
has to be gradual.
Yes, it has to be a struggle.
Yeah, but I think that they're willing to do it. I have this student who's 58. He's excited about this. He loves like getting his computer and finding out like vocabulary. He loves vocabulary. He likes to work with vocabulary and pronunciation. He likes that. He feels more confident. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Yes.
Well, I have tried it with children, fifth graders, sixth graders, and well, I think the challenge that I have is the parents, because sometimes they think that I have to give all the information to the children, and they have to understand everything from me, and that I am the only resource that they have.
Yes. You have traditional teachers. You have traditional parents. And you have traditional administrators.
Yes.
So those are the big challenges. But
So the children, they repeat what the parents say, like, no, it's because you have to explain. I don't
But you know what? You know what? Talking about parents, we follow the program. At the end of the week, we're finished, and the bulk is. That's what they want.
Actually, sometimes I feel that one of the challenges is that sometimes you're not an information provider or information filter.
Yes.
So, for example, I was teaching a class, and I was saying, "No, teacher, you're wrong because I found this in this web page written by
And it's
whoever
not.
that it should be like that, like that." Like, no, it's not. It's not good information because it was written by whatever.
Yes.
So it's challenge and you have to be very prepared
Yes.
to give a straight answer.
But for example, there is and there are. For example,
There
for
is and
beginner.
there are.
For example,
Yeah,
it will be the
For
same.
example, it could be the same, but you are nowadays you get challenged.
Yes.
You get challenged when you're in front of the people.
Yeah,
and
but-
in front of others.
You know what? When I face those problems, I told them, I don't know everything, and at the same time, I'm here to teach, but at the same time to learn. You are here to learn, but at the same time to teach, to share.
But that's a great debate, so they can start engaging.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
Yeah.
So pros and cons. okay,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but again, the purpose of the course, the purpose. Yeah, you have the students, but I don't know everything. I mean.
That's important to know that.
Yeah, and at the same time, as I told you, I mean, I'm here to teach, but also to learn, to share.
And we can all look up what we don't know and find out
Yeah,
and
of
bring it
course,
back to the
together,
next class.
together.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'm done. Thank you very much.
On behalf of Relaciones Culturales, we would like to thank you very much for sharing all your information and giving us hope as we continue to become new teachers in a new world.
In a
Thank
new
you very
world.
much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.